Hey guys, it's Maddie and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you what's inside of my backpacking bag. I'm actually going on my first backpacking trip this weekend with my dad and my little sister. But before I get started with the video, I just want to say that this is my very first backpacking experience and I don't have a bunch of ultralight backpacking gear because I didn't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on it because ultralight backpacking gear can get kind of expensive. So right now I'm just using everything that I had laying around from like kayak camping and stuff like that. So my backpack is definitely going to be a little bit on the heavy side, but we're only going for one night on our very first trip, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And this backpack is way too small. I could barely fit everything that I need in here for one day of backpacking. So if I want to go on longer trips, I'm definitely going to need to upgrade my backpack. And I'm definitely going to need to get like an ultralight sleeping bag because I'm not even bringing a sleeping bag. I'm bringing a blanket and a yoga mat. This is my backpack. And it's by Outdoor Products. I got it at Walmart, I think, a while ago, like a long time ago. And I also have this little 1 liter container for water. I'm going to be using this for my meals. Like, this is going to be my meal water. And also drinking water, because I don't think I'm going to use this whole thing for the meals. But yeah, let's take this off here. Okay, so in this very first pocket right here, I've just got a rain poncho. Let's just say you guys right here. Got a rain poncho in here because it's supposed to rain a little bit, and if it starts raining, I'm going to put this poncho over my backpack so that all my gear doesn't get wet. Yeah, it's just a little blue poncho. I don't know what company it's by because it doesn't have it marked on here, and I've had this forever and have never used it. But let's get into this next pocket right here. And the first thing I have in here is my little first aid kit / survival kit, which I did another video on this because I didn't want this video to be like really long. But basically in here I've got all of my survival stuff like water purification tablets, and I've got emergency blanket and waterproof matches and stuff in here, and I've got bandages and bug spray and other first aid items in here. I did a different video on that, so if you're interested in that, then I will try to link that video down below, this one. Next, I've got a map of the area that we're going to be hiking because it's always good to have a map with you. And it's in a waterproof case so it doesn't get all wet. Next, I've got a bag full of snacks that I'm going to be taking with me. I think I'm going to do a separate video on the snacks and my food as well. So make sure to stay tuned for that video. Next thing I'm bringing is this little SAS survival guide. It's super small and compact, and it'll just give me something to do on the trail. It's probably unnecessary weight, but I'm taking it anyways because, I don't know, I just really like it. I think it's cute. You know, you can read me some survival stuff on the trail. Yeah, that was everything in this first pocket. And now going on to my side pocket right here, I've got my tent, and it's clipped right here, and I also have it clipped up at the top with one of these little carabiner clips so that it doesn't fall out like that when I'm hiking. This is just the Bivy tent by World Famous Tents. It's a one-person tent. It looks like this. And I actually just bought this a couple days ago. It was, I think originally it was $49.99, but I got it for $39.99. And I needed a new tent for this trip because usually I take a 4-person tent that's like pretty big and heavy, so obviously that wouldn't even fit in my backpack at all. So I got this to try out. Hopefully I like it. I haven't set it up or anything yet. I should probably do that before I go, but probably not going to. Next, I've got a cup. This is by GSI Outdoors, and this cup is what I'm going to be using to boil my water over the fire. That's another thing I wanted to mention. The trail we're going on, we can have little fires, so we're not bringing a camp stove or like camp cooking pots on this trip with us, because we're just going to be making like an actual fire. Then I've got my little orange knife, which I'm actually going to clip onto my pants in case I need to defend myself from a monster in the woods or an alien. It's got a little fire striker in the front pouch right here. And this is what the actual knife looks like. It's still a little bit dirty because I used it on a camping trip and I didn't clean it, and this is all got like char from the fire pit. And yeah, I just got a little clip hooked to the paracord. I really like this knife. I don't know who it's by. It's by UTS. I don't really know what that stands for. If you know, please comment down below. Anyways, moving on to the next pocket. I've got a couple of Mountain House meals, which I'll mention in my food video. What's in this pocket is this little pouch. Basically, you put the bag in here so you don't burn your hands, and then you can also use this as a hand warmer, so it's convenient. And then I've got a spork for eating my food, and it's longer so it like reaches all the way down to the bottom of the bags, which is nice because then you don't get your hands all dirty. And then I've got a roll of toilet paper and a little bottle of hand sanitizer in here because, you know, you're probably gonna have to go to the bathroom out in the woods. Just saying, you can't go a whole day without going to the bathroom. And then hanging out of here, I've got my little tube for my water bladder, so I can just get a drink out of here. Water. Yeah. I like this because it's convenient and you don't have to like stop and open your backpack up a million times to get water. You can just drink it out of here. Kind of tastes like plastic though, because I just bought this. First thing in here is my giant camp pillow, which I'm bringing because I need a pillow. It just folds up and it's in there. And then I'm bringing some extra clothes. I have 2 extra pairs of socks, some underwear, pair of yoga pants, and a long sleeve shirt in here. And the clothes that I'm going to be wearing are some leggings, a long sleeve shirt, a jacket, my hat, and my hiking boots, which I'll actually show you my hiking boots here in a second. Since I didn't want to bring a sleeping bag, I'm bringing just a regular blanket. This is a blanket that I got during Christmas time last year. I really love these soft, fluffy blankets, but my sleeping bags that I have now are way too big to fit in here. So I decided to bring a yoga mat and blankets because it was a little bit more compact. But like I said earlier, an ultralight sleeping bag is going to be one of the first things I purchase for backpacking because I know that'll be way smaller than the yoga mat and the blanket. Next, I'll show you my water bladder. It's just attached right here. You can pull it out. This is 2 liters of water, and it's also by Outdoor Products, like my bag. And it's really convenient to have that. Next, I've got my yoga mat, which kind of takes up a lot of room, but you know, just gonna have to deal with it until I get a smaller sleeping bag. But yeah, this is my yoga pad mat that I'm bringing along to sleep on, so I don't have to sleep on like hard rocks and stuff. And last but not least, I've got some chapstick. This is the Nivea Lip Butter in Raspberry Rose Kiss, and it smells so good. Oh, the pink. It literally smells like fruit roll-ups or something. It smells delicious. But yeah, like I said, all of my survival and like first aid stuff is in here. And then I've got my food that I'm going to do a separate video on. And the first aid survival kit, I did a separate video on. And then, like I mentioned before, these are my hiking boots. These are by Ozark Trail, and I've had these for quite a while now. I've been hiking and camping and kayaking like 100 times in these, and they're super comfortable, and they don't ever hurt my feet or anything. So I really like them. These are actually men's, but I wanted this pair, so I got these. These are by Ozark Trail, and then I'm going to be wearing these wool socks with them because they're super warm, because off of Amazon, and they came in a pack of like 5 different pairs of wool socks. So yeah. So that was all of the gear I'm taking on my first backpacking trip. Like I said before, definitely going to get a bigger bag because this is way too small for all of my gear. If I wanted to go on a multi-day trip or a trip where I had to bring a camp stove, I couldn't do that because this is way too small. And also, I know I can downsize the yoga pad and the blanket if I get an ultralight sleeping bag. I think the tent's okay. Like, I know I could get a smaller tent, but this is already pretty small and compact. So, like, I know I could get a tent that's like this small, but I don't know, those are like really expensive just to get it like a little bit smaller, so I think this one's gonna work pretty well for now. So I think the only things that I really want to replace are the backpack and the sleeping setup. And everything else for right now I think is fine. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos.